Hey guys, it is Arika Misha, and as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, it is something that God was talking to me about. Let me read my notes. Servant and service. Per Google, servant, a person who performs duties to other services. Sorry, y'all. Servant, a person who performs duties for others. Service, the action of helping or doing work for someone. As I was doing my Bible study the other day, I was led to the words servant and service. Asking myself, when was the last time I was of service to someone for the sole purpose of being God's servant? We must be servants of God, willing to be a service to others for the purpose of being used by God. We must learn to serve others for the gospel. And, as I was reading my word and, spending time with God, you all know, spending time with God, God was talking to me, and I understood exactly what God was saying. God was talking about, being a servant, being of service, helping someone, in the name of God, in the name of, and God was, just sharing with me somebody that he wanted me to help. And I thank God so much for changing me, because he was just talking to me about being a servant and just, because somebody came to me and they asked me, for something. So they asked me for something, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, nope, nope, I'm not doing that. And then God said, yes. God said, do it for me. God said, I want you to be a service to that person, help that person out. And it was just, that particular situation happening, and God was just talking to me in Bible study and was talking to me about, being a service, and, why he had me go ahead and help that person out, and why he had me go ahead and do this. And, God was saying, that he was talking to me about being of service, being a servant, of his, servicing and being there to help people in the name of Christ, in the name of God, and that's what God was talking to me about. And I said, God, I get it. I totally get it. God. And isn't that just like us, when we need service and we need help and we want God to be a service to us and we need God's help, and not only that, other people, and a lot of times, when we need help and we need people to be there for us, it's like a lot of times, one thing that I've realized over, everything that I have been going through and that I've been through, a lot of things that I've learned is that when we need help and we want somebody to help us, we want people to be servants of God. We want people to let God use them to help us. And God was saying the same way, you want me to help you. In the same way you want, people to come help you, God says the same way. God said, you got to be a servant. You got to help people too, And a lot of times we get ourselves into situations, or not even, let's say it's something that we got ourselves into. Let's just say we're in something, nothing that we did, whatever, it's just life, something happened, and we're in a situation. And, God was talking to me about how he comes in and he helps us out. And God was saying that a lot of times we need to do things in order to get ourselves out. Like, I've learned, over the years of my life, I've learned, when I'm going through financial difficulties, financial problems, I've learned over the years of living for God, a lot of times I could be a financial blessing to someone else, I mean, what better time to be a blessing to someone else when you're going through, And I know a lot of times we say, well, hey, I ain't got help. But if we make that sacrifice, servant, service, we make that sacrifice to help other people, who knows what God will do to help us out? Who knows? you know, just something God was dealing with me on about being a servant and being a service, you know, helping people out, you know. And we represent Christ. We represent the light of Christ. So God wants us to be servants in service, and he wants us to help people out. That's what God was talking to me about. Being a servant, you know, being of service, helping someone out, you know. That's what God was talking to me about. I thank God for that. I really do. I thank God for that. Talking to me, you know, telling me that, you know, I need to be, he wants me to do better in that area, you know, servicing and, you know, being of service and helping people out. God was saying he wants me to do better in that area. So I knew what he was talking about. I did. So are you being a service? Are you being a servant? Are you, you know, helping people out? Are you doing what you can to help somebody out? That's what God wanted me to come and talk about today. This is Arika Misha. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I do appreciate your time. Don't forget to go in the description box, guys. Click on that link to my second channel. Over there, I'm cooking, hair, makeup, nails, DIYs, grocery hauls, couponing, makeup deals. I do all kind of stuff over there. Amazon and haul, unboxing. Y'all, I do so much over there. I do. It's you know, it really is my life. It really is my life. It's just my life. I'm sharing, you know, that it may help someone. Hey, I mean, I don't mind sharing, you know, because you never know who you may help when you share. Like, seriously, share with people, talk with people. You never know things that you've been through, how it could help somebody. You never know. You never know who it may help. And I tell people all the time, share your story, share, you know, share what you know, share your life, you know, share what you're comfortable with. It could help somebody, just like it helped me. When somebody shared, it helped me. So now here I am sharing. So you never know. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.